That's terrible. I did not say that correctly. What is up, Uprising? How are you guys doing? Uprising. Uprising. How are y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing great in this quarantine life. We're almost out. We are here with Josiah.
Hi.
And we're here with Leah.
Hi.
And my name is Celine, because last time I said my name in the middle of the podcast, and that was not good. Anyways, we are here with them, and we're just going to have a nice conversation, as per usual. But right now, what we're going to do is play a little tiny game. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, this one is called Would You Rather. All right, so would you rather always have to tell the truth or always have to tell a lie?
Oh, wait, always tell a lie? Like, you can't just, like, ever say the truth?
Nope. You always, it's either always have to tell the truth or always have to tell a lie.
But what if you, like, hurt someone's feelings? Like say someone's,
even
like,
when you hurt their feelings, it's one or the other. No loopholes.
Liars go to hell, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna say truth.
I'll go with truth too.
Okay.
Lie would be bad.
Okay. Would you rather never be able to speak again or have to say everything on your mind?
Oof. Those are words.
She said. She said. Ooh.
Wait a minute. Sometimes I be thinking like the weirdest things, dude.
Same here.
Like
apparently, according to a very, very wise guy, that we have about like 5,000 thoughts going through our heads per second.
Like at once?
Pretty much. That is from our own Michael Ayers, right behind the cameras.
No way, Mikey, you said that?
Yeah, he preached about it.
He did. But I thought it was like a day. It was like per second?
It's like per second, like all the time.
What the heck?
And some is like subconscious, like
How
you
do
don't
you
even
know?
know.
Did you count him, Mikey?
he
He counted him.
he was like, you know what I mean. Come on. So never to be able to speak again, like ever in your life, or have to say everything that you want to say in your mind only. So basically, if you were to like never speak again, everything would be in your head, but you're never able to like verbally say it.
Verbally say it?
Yeah, you
okay.
can't verbally say it. But if you have everything to say in your mind, then like it's just there, but sometimes you can't like reciprocate it out.
I don't know, dude, because like, okay, so like I'll give you an example. Sometimes in class I'll be like playing out like fight scenes from like anime in my head.
Get out, really?
Yeah, because like you know math is boring like when you don't get it, so like I'd be like thinking about like
dude, that's me
the
with
dumbest
food.
things. Yeah, okay.
That's me with food. I'm like, what do I cook?
In the middle of class, just like zoning out.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather not be able to speak.
Okay.
Well, no, that's hard.
It is hard.
Well, because like okay, like say we take it to like a spiritual aspect, right? Like are we allowed to speak in tongues? Are we allowed to? No.
No.
Oh, dude, that's tough.
I mean, if the Lord said, you know,
I
just
mean,
go
God
ahead and
gives us moments.
and
Okay,
you
okay.
it, then yeah, go ahead.
Well, the way God works, I think we'd be able to speak in tongues. I hope. But I'd rather not say everything that's on my mind. You know?
Okay, so
Because
never
there's
to be
other
able to
ways
speak
to
again.
communicate, right?
Absolutely.
Like we could
Sign
do sign
language.
language.
Mhm.
Okay, Leah, don't throw up gang signs.
Sorry, gang signs.
100% Leah.
What about you?
Um,
Choose wisely, young Padawan.
I
Yeah,
think-
Leah.
okay, it's like both bad because if you're like to say everything on your mind, like what if like, you know, like someone else is like having a conversation, like, you know, you're like saying something bad in your head like about them, and
And
then
it
like
just
it
comes out? Yeah.
She blanks out like that's a raven. She's like, what? Okay. Next. Oh, you didn't say. I'm sorry. What is it?
Dang.
My
Dang,
bad. Cutting her off. My bad.
I think I'd have to go with like, say everything that's on my mind.
Say everything.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay. Ooh, let's do this one. Would you rather be sticky for the rest of your life or be itchy for the rest of your life?
Ooh,
That's hard.
That's tough. I don't know.
Pick and choose.
Okay, like sticky as in like you like feel sticky, or like sticky as in like things just like stick to you.
Both.
Both?
Ways. Both ways. And like itchy is just, it's literally just one thing. You're just itchy.
Yeah, like you could be like drinking water, be like.
So it's like either like be Spider-Man or like always have to scratch yourself. That's what our choices are.
Yeah, fam.
I'd rather be Spider-Man.
You rather be Spider-Man?
I'd rather be
You rather be
Spider-Man.
sticky?
Yeah, I can climb on walls.
So you rather be sticky. So, like, let's say, like, if you're walking
and
then you have no choice but to, like, touch something, that thing is going to be stuck to you forever, dog.
Well, I mean, like, if I touch the side of a building, now I got to, like, carry a building everywhere? Or like?
No, you're going to be stuck to that building. You're going to stay there asleep.
Wait. Oh, dude, I did not think that through.
So, you're either sticky or
so,
you're
like,
itchy.
I'm sticky to the point where, like, I can't control it. Like, I can't be like, let me just unstick real quick. Oh.
Yep. Uncontrollable.
Okay, but, like, itchy, like, I'm just, like, itchy everywhere
you're
constantly.
Just itchy.
Dude, that sounds, like, agonizing.
So, like, if you just sit there, you'd be like, you know, like, Dios mío, I got to scratch this spot.
So you're either, like, stuck in one spot for the rest of your life, or you're, like...
Or you're just itchy and you can go anywhere you want to. I say itchy because I like to go places.
But, like...
You would get used to the itch, though.
But would you, though?
Probably not,
I feel like
a
would you rather question wouldn't be so one-sided, though. Like, if you're itchy, like, it's unbearably itchy, you know? Because if you're sticky and you're stuck, like, forever, right, you're obviously going to pick itchy. So, like, to balance it out.
I mean, it's up to you how you interpret it, then.
Oh, okay.
How about you?
I think it would be itchy.
All right, fine, whatever. You guys convinced me. Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Okay. Well, that's enough of that would you rather game with all the impossible questions. You guys are, how old are you?
I'm 17.
You are 17 and you're?
Yes.
14. Oh my gosh, you're a youngster. My
kids.
goodness. Totally thought that you were like 15, but you know.
I'm going to be 15.
What? Oh, well.
My birthday's on October 25th.
Shut up.
Save the date.
So, as a young youth and an almost hyphen, what is it that keeps you going with your walk with God? I mean, because like you guys know, it's not all gumdrops and roses.
No, definitely not. I think.
So, what is it that keeps you like, ayo, like I need to just.
Yeah, I think.
Keep my eye on the prize.
Experience, you know, your testimony has a lot to do with why you keep your faith.
Right.
You know, I like to think I'm not religious. I'm more of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Because religion is more like there's rules, there's tradition, you got to do it. And a lot of religion nowadays is kind of just tradition of man. And it's not really, I guess you can say, based on, or, I don't know, basically what I'm trying to say is at any moment in time, I can choose to stop believing in God.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not going to do that because he's proven time and time again that he exists and that he has everything in control. But I like to think that I'm more faith-based. And so I think keeping your faith has a lot to do with your testimony, mainly just because God will prove to you that he is able. And his word says in the midst of his struggle, you know, he's there with you. And, you know, through even the toughest situations, I feel like God is there. Like, for example, my grandma passed, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And very tough situation.
R.I.P. to Sister Isabel. We love you and miss you.
Yeah. We know she's up there rejoicing in heaven with God.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. But I think just something like that is very devastating, right? Like, I mean, losing a loved one in general. I think the reason why I still keep my faith is because even in those moments where God took someone that I loved, because, I mean, obviously, you know, she belongs to him. He created her.
Absolutely.
He's just taking back what was his. I thank God that I had the privilege to have a grandma like her and to have someone in my life that was a great influence like that. But I think just God has proven time and time again that no matter what we go through, he'll never forsake us. And he doesn't forget about us, you know. Situations happen, things happen, but he's still there to, you know, bless you. And I think with this situation, peace of mind is what God has really been providing. Because something like that is, you know, it's very traumatic, you know.
Yeah.
Especially since my grandma was very close to me and my cousins and my, you know, my family. So
to everyone.
Yeah, really, to everyone that knew her. So I think God, you know, just proving himself, you know, because unlike man, God will never fail us.
Absolutely.
You know, so I think that's why it's
so true.
Easy to keep faith. You know, once you get it for yourself, then it's hard to just turn back. You know what I'm saying? We have our moments where, of course, you know, we sin. It's human nature. In this flesh dwells no good thing, you know? So I think it's just knowing that God always has your back, you know? And that even when we forget about him, he doesn't forget about us, you know?
Is that the same thing for you, or?
Yeah, basically.
Basically,
it's
like
everything I was gonna say. I was like, okay.
So then, would you say that like keeping your walk going with God, like it's like a lifestyle? It's basically a lifestyle for you.
It is the reason you were created.
Yeah.
To have relationship with God. I think
I'm all looking at her. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm taking everything out of your brain.
no, you're good.
Well, yeah, you basically like said everything. Like God is like still with us, like through everything. Like even like if we don't like really show him like the type of love that he shows us, he still always loves us either way.
Either way, I like that. All right, so you guys know social media is a huge thing. Like, it's everywhere, all around the world. Like, almost everyone basically has this, or has it, or uses it in some sort of way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of safe to say it's just a thing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What are some of the biggest social media platforms that people use nowadays, and what are your favorite influencers that you guys use, whether it's Christian or not?
Leah, would you like to go since I went first?
Some of like the biggest platforms right now are probably like Instagram.
Definitely. Yeah. I have that.
YouTube too.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're probably watching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I would say Twitter, but I don't know. This like kind of in between.
Really, Twitter's a big thing? Because
That's
I don't
like
have a Twitter.
in between.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
No, I like have one, but I don't use it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I don't find a use for it. Like Instagram, I kind of just stayed there because I don't know. I know a lot of people on there.
Pictures are worth 1,000 words, so I'm just like, I'm gonna stick with Instagram.
I mean, Twitter, you can do the same thing. I think it's more so just like utility. Would you use it more? Like I find more use out of Instagram than Twitter. That's just me.
I feel like Twitter would be more of like, hey, I'm gonna send you memes like on this thing and like funny videos.
Okay, but I do the same thing on Instagram. No.
So what else? I feel like TikTok's a huge.
TikTok is probably it's
huge.
number one in the App Store right now, I think.
Is it really?
I
did not know that.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it is.
It used to be called Musical.ly, and then they collabed with I think like Japan or China.
Yeah, and then
it just blew up as TikTok, and like everyone's using it.
It's cool because it's like. I mean, obviously, it's mainly entertainment, but there's also informational things on there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the app is cool because it's like, there's a lot of different content that you can see on there.
That's true.
You know
There's like
saying?
art.
Yeah.
There's like gamers. I like the gamer ones.
Yeah, gamer ones are dope.
I like fashion ones, but I'm a girl, so don't count me.
I mean, fashion's cool.
Fashion's dope.
Yeah.
It's like, it's my life. Okay. Who are your favorite influencers that you guys follow? Influencers. Let me speak English, please.
Michael Ayers. No.
Michael Ayers is definitely a great influence.
Yeah,
you guys should go follow him on Michael Ayers Photos on Instagram.
Yeah. There you go. She plugged him. Leah, who's your favorite influencer?
Do they have to be like famous or just
no?
It could be anyone.
Someone.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Dr. Daniel Butler.
I'll
let him answer.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. I don't know.
No, because it's a world wide of influencers.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of influencers. David Dobrik's cool. Like I'm gonna be honest. I've never watched like any of his vlogs.
I watch a lot of his vlogs.
Yeah.
They're honestly they're only 4 minutes and 20 seconds, but they're my
really?
my attention span is very short, but he keeps it to where like he'll keep you like intact with everything.
Wow, that's cool.
It's only 4 minutes and 20 seconds or less. Like it's never over.
Now, do you think that only works because he's like so big? Because like okay,
I
so
think
the way YouTube
works. I think it only works because like he just does what he does and he does everything. He's a really rich guy.
Yeah, definitely,
like,
definitely.
He's younger than me, believe it or not. I'm 22. He's actually 21 right now.
Wow.
So he's a year younger, and he already has like millions of dollars and millions of followers.
Yeah.
But like the reason why it works for him because all he does is just shows what he does in his day, and it's just anything that's stupid and that nobody else would think that would do anything.
Yeah,
like
that wouldn't work for me. See, my day consists of waking up, brushing my teeth, going on my phone.
The life of a
then
teenager.
going to bed. I'm just kidding.
Going to bed.
No, I think that's cool. Because, okay, so the way YouTube works is normally for a video to get monetized, right? To gain money from YouTube, it has to be at least 10 minutes, right? I don't know if that's changed or anything. I think it's cool that he can do that, though, like 4 minutes and 20 seconds, because he's obviously making a lot of money, right?
Yeah. And he gets sponsors, too.
Yeah, I think that's what it is sponsors, right? Because, like, if you want to make money on a platform like YouTube, you have to follow the guidelines in order to make money, right? So I think someone like him with the influence
if you're
that he
monetizing
has,
something,
uh-huh,
so yeah, that would count. You have to go through like the YouTube guidelines.
definitely, which is 10-minute video minimum for it to be monetized, right? So if he's only posting 4-minute 20 videos, right, then that means what's it called? His content obviously is good, right? So
his content's amazing.
And his influence that he has on people,
it's
right?
It's stupid, but it's
amazing. I think I saw a podcast, kind of like the podcast you're watching. I'm kidding. I saw a podcast where they were talking about how he's the number one, like, how do you say it? Like when a brand wants to sponsor, he's the number one option.
Yeah. Like
his content or his audience that he influences, he reaches the most people when doing sponsors. So like I think I saw SeatGeek, right? He does SeatGeek.
Dude, I love SeatGeek.
He makes, I think, okay, don't quote me on this. I think it was $500K a video, right? Just off of sponsors.
It's around that price,
right?
It's around that price, yeah.
And that's what's crazy. That's why I think he's such a good influencer.
The last one I think he did with SeatGeek, he got about, I believe, almost 10K.
Which is crazy, right?
Which is to give his friend a car.
A car,
yeah. A Tesla.
Gives everyone, like,
David Dobrik, if you see this, I would like a Tesla, please.
David Dobrik, if you see this podcast, please just
come to church, bro.
Come to church, man. And we can go grab lunch and maybe you'll buy me a car. I don't know.
And we can bless the church with cars. Church Teslas.
So now, speaking of YouTube, there's a bunch of haters out there.
Yeah.
You got to admit. Like, the word hater is just everywhere and it's very often. Do you think it's really, really trendy to hate on things? I feel like everything that I watch nowadays
has hate on it, right?
Has either something positive. Well, it's more negative than positive. Whether it's like art or like something creative.
I feel like someone always has like something negative to say, like, towards someone, like, no matter what it is that they're doing.
Yeah, it could be like a person like in Iowa trying to like down trash somebody like all the way in like Brooklyn or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know you. You haven't even seen my face.
It can also be like something like positive that the person is doing and they'll still get hate for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of dumb.
Yeah, I mean, point is you'll always have your critics.
Yeah.
You know, I think the term hating, like hating on something, I don't think people necessarily hate everything.
You don't think it's that trendy?
No. What I'm saying is like, okay, you know, like, oh, they're haters, but are they actually hating? They're just having an opinion that's negative, right? Doesn't necessarily mean they're hating. Like, you can flip this question on its head and say, people love things, right? People like to love things, right? But do they actually love it, or is that we're just being tossed around and then losing value because it's said so much? You know what I'm saying? Because like, okay, so like we say, you know, people are hating on stuff, but they're not necessarily hating. I'm not saying being negative is good.
Yeah.
But I think everyone just has an opinion, and because of things like social media, we're able to express our opinions. I think it's not that, like, all of a sudden it's become a trend. I think people have always had negative opinions about things, but they were just never able to vocalize it. You know what I'm saying?
So my mind is blown. I'm a little speechless.
So because you can very easily hide behind a screen and say this content is garbage. Like, someone can.
No, it's totally true.
On YouTube,
honestly, it's easier. I'm not saying that I do this. Don't quote me on this, people. I'm not saying that I do it at all. But, like, it's easier to be behind a screen and, like, not see a person, like, face to face and, like, say something, like, very, very negative, but thinking, like, you don't even realize that you're doing it, like, at all.
Yeah. Sometimes.
But then, like, when you're in front of the person, you're like, hey, I hate that dress you got on. But, like, in reality, you're just like, I really like that dress, but I can't afford it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's just easier to have an opinion now and express that opinion than it used to be because of social media.
I feels that.
Yeah.
I feels. So, that was me thinking. Sometimes I just
very cool
can't think. What do you guys think that makes you lose track of time? Like, I know I go through like a big fat wormhole when it comes to YouTube, and it just goes on and on. Like, I could be like on like a cooking show, then all of a sudden I could end up like to David Dobrik, which has nothing to do with cooking, and it just like I think I lost track of time, and it's already like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I need to go to bed.
Do you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that meme where it was like when you're watching YouTube at like 3 a.m. or whatever, and you're like half asleep, and then you wake up and it's the guys in the forest like making the houses. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes. Okay, those guys.
That's a funny meme.
Yeah, dude. That for some reason my recommended somehow always has one of their videos,
dude.
And I don't know how.
There's so. Honestly, the reason why that happens is because other people, whoever likes it, it'll reappear in your feed.
Okay.
So it's
like
a trending thing.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's a huge algorithm.
Yeah.
Kind of annoying, but whatever.
Because
you see the same post over and over again.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude, I just saw that literally 3 videos ago.
Yeah. No, you're right. But like YouTube, it makes you lose track of time. I think
it does.
TikTok, the phone, just in general, because there's so many ways to be entertained.
And because I try to learn the dances, and Lord knows that it's hard.
Oh my god.
It's hard.
Yes,
so hard.
Literally, I still can't get the dance Renegade, and that was like 6 months ago.
That's crazy.
I can't do it.
I remember
it's so
I
hard.
like repeated that video so many times just to learn how
She
it's
was
like renegade. I was like,
wait, like I went to whose house? Was it Serena's house?
Yeah. Yes.
It was. Yes.
We were all there, and we were watching you guys dance.
Her and Soleil were trying to teach me how to do the Renegade, and I could not get it. I was like, y'all, we got to do another dance. Like, I'm the older generation of Generation Z. I can't speak. And I just couldn't do it. I literally could not do it. I was just like, I can't Renegade. And I was like, I can't do this. But yeah, TikTok makes me lose track of time as well.
Dude, the food they post on there looks so good, dude.
Fantastic. They had this Oreo cake in a mug, and I just made it the other day. It was trash. But
the one where you like put like milk and then like Oreos and like microwave it or something.
Yeah, I tried it.
Trash.
It was.
I don't think you should microwave milk.
What? I don't like milk in general. Milk.
I'm lactose intolerant. So.
Shout out to all the lactose intolerant people out there.
You know we drink it anyway.
Yeah.
We don't care. We really don't care.
It's true. You guys do drink it anyway.
No, we don't care.
You guys are funny. I love you people.
Thank you.
What is something? We're all in quarantine right now. But what is something that you guys tried recently, and like absolutely loved? I recently made cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and they were dank.
Like for the first time, or
not in the first time in forever, but like really good ones. Cause like the past cookies that I've made were trash. Like it's the ones where like
hating. Were they really that bad?
No, they was bad. They was burnt.
Oh,
yo, they were really bad. I had to throw them away. I was like,
They just got a little more melanin.
More melanin.
Yeah.
But like I made it, and it was like it was delicious.
Yeah?
It was delicious.
Nice.
What is something that you've tried and, like, you're just like, I'm going to do this again if I have to?
Well, okay.
Whether it's, like, playing games. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, anything too crazy. Like, playing games. Soccer?
Yeah,
for,
because...
like, the first time?
No, okay,
so
for
like the first time.
No, so I used to play soccer when I was smaller. I wasn't in a team or anything, but I would just, like, play. But then... I like lost interest in it, but then like now I started to gain interest in it again. So now I've just been practicing like everyday soccer.
Sick. So do you want to like join a league or something?
Well, she kind of can't, cause just kidding.
I mean, you're right.
I'm trying out for the soccer team for my school.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah. Mad props.
Do they have clubs?
I want to join a club.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
I heard clubs is hard to get in though for like any sport. Really?
I've never tried getting into a sport outside of school. Like
really?
I played basketball at my high school, and then I did track this last year, and
track
then
is hard.
This year too, dude. I was like real close to becoming like a really good hurdler, and then everything got canceled, bro. I was so devastated. I was like, oh, dude, my dreams.
I can't. I used to be in track and field as well.
Dude, it's sick. Mad props to all the track and fielders.
No, seriously, it's hard work.
It is, dude.
And we have basically we have to hurdle things, you know what I mean? I'm short.
Same.
So they told this 5-foot chick, me, to hurdle. I don't jump like a kangaroo like all these other people do. And so when I did it, what happened is that I was jumping, I was like running for it, right? You have to like gain speed.
Yeah, definitely.
And I hurdled over it.
You fell, didn't you?
Face planted on the ground.
Dude.
And dude, I swear to you, one of my tooth in the back chipped. And I was just like, I was confused at first. I was like, first of all, why not the front tooth?
Yeah.
And I was like, second of all, why the back one? But I couldn't eat for like quite a while. I had to eat on one side of my mouth. So like it was exercising like one side of my mouth like gum. And I was just like, I'm tired of eating. I'm just gonna go.
Your
to
jawline's
sleep.
just like
It was
so nice on one side.
It was impeccable, dude. It was like,
get my good side.
I always said that was like get my good side, like right here. All you YouTubers, do you see that? Like right there? Yeah. Fantastic. It could slice
bread.
Pineapple.
Oh, wow. That sounds bomb right now.
Dude, pineapple does sound good.
Pineapple smacks, dude.
Pineapple's really good.
With a
I like
bit,
mangoes.
Tahini?
Mangoes
are good, bro.
With tahini.
Oh,
Don't even get me started.
Bone apple teeth.
So, fruits are very nice.
I like watermelon. That's like my favorite.
Watermelon
is bomb.
Is dope.
It makes my stomach hurt though.
Does it?
Well, because it's mostly water, so you get like bloated. You know what I'm saying? Like after eating like a lot of watermelon.
Do you retain water?
Dude, your body retains water. What do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean?
70%.
Yeah.
You're right, dude.
I'd hope your body retains
such-
water, dude. You would die if you
That
didn't.
was such a dumb moment I just went through. Yo.
Do you breathe?
Do you breathe?
It's basically what you asked me.
Dude, apparently I need to eat more food and water. Drink more. Not eat water, but drink water.
Yeah, I mean ice. You can eat ice. Chick-fil-A has good ice.
Do they really?
If you eat ice, Chick-fil-A has good ice. It's not like the cubes. It's like the little circle things.
The little balls.
Yeah.
Those are good.
The little
good,
tiny
dude.
crushed
Yes.
ice.
Yeah. They're like.
Dude, I don't get their ice. I usually get
Really?
I get the drinks without ice sometimes from Chick-fil-A only. Everywhere else I get it with ice.
Oh, is it so you can have like more beverage content?
Yeah, because they
okay.
only give me.
Well, because fast food, it's mostly ice, and then they pour the drink.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm like, would you give me more of my beverage and give me more than one sauce?
I think that's why their beverages are like $1, because it's mostly ice.
McDonald's is $1 and they give me a large.
But it's mostly ice.
No, it's not.
No?
No, they only do like a third of ice and the rest of it's drink, and I'm like,
really?
God bless your beautiful souls.
Thanks, McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Keeping it real. Like Pringles. Okay, so we can equate this to like bags of chips, right?
Yes.
Like Lay's, it's like 10% chips, 90% air, right?
Yes.
So like you can compare Pringles, because Pringles, most of the can is full, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like Pringles is like McDonald's in that sense, because like McDonald's really do be giving you that beverage content. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, my mind is blown.
It is true.
I did not even think of it that way.
Like you get like a bag of chips and it's like halfway, and then like the rest is just like air.
Air.
It's
like I can breathe air. I didn't pay $1.50 to get a bag of air. Come on.
Oh my goodness, I sometimes hate places.
Seriously, hating. There we go. See?
Sorry. Hashtag sorry. At least I say it in front and not behind
a screen.
A screen.
You know what else has some good ice? Cane's.
Cane's has good bread.
I don't like Cane's.
I mean, it's alright.
That was
awkward. I'm not like a big fan of it. It's alright, so I don't care.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's not.
I'd rather eat Chick-fil-A.
Yes. 100%.
Their toast is bomb. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Their toast is really good.
Okay, but like you don't go to Cane. They don't advertise their toast like Cane's toast. Like they advertise their chicken, and their chicken has no seasoning. There's no like flavor to their chicken.
Yeah, but their sauce though.
Their sauce is bomb.
Their sauce though is bomb.
That's what you did.
I think honestly, I think it's because
you got a dippity in the saucy.
Yeah, then it gets the flavor.
I think it's because Chick-fil-A has such a variety of sauces.
Serena Ruiz, we need you in here.
Why? She
didn't
support
Serena
she would slash
be like,
this debate, dude.
Bro.
She would slash and be like, now let me tell you the reasons why Raising Cane's is the bomb. Okay, but Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is the goat.
Chick-fil-A is
Chick-fil-A is blessed and highly favored.
It was here even before
Popeyes, bro. What?
So we just heard Michael Ayers say Popeyes.
Hey, yo! I had their chicken sandwich. I'm not gonna lie,
good?
Dude. That thing smacks.
Really?
There is so much flavor in that sandwich.
Like a lot of seasoning.
Like a lot. Even the sauce that they put on the bread, and then the bread is like rolled in like butter.
Sauce in the bread.
Their bread is good too.
I don't even know.
Like it's. Like,
so that's our next mission is to go to Popeyes,
dude,
and try it out.
Popeyes, they're
Try it out.
all their other stuff is cool. You know, it's Popeyes,
Yeah.
but like their chicken sandwich smacks, dude.
Dude, I'm so
But
down.
I mean, I'll still take Chick-fil-A. Gotta represent you.
Still,
I love you, Chick-fil-A.
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 Number one.
Chick-fil-A
Start 11.
sponsor this podcast. Chick-fil-A.
Hashtag Kanye West.
What?
Let's see. Who are you most proudest of? Could be anyone in the world.
Just not yourself. Pride is.
What?
bad.
Pride is not a thing. Like,
Pride's
cut it
not a
out.
thing.
Yeah,
Like-
just proudest of.
Like anyone, like
It could be anyone, anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
Proudest of. That's.
I'm the proudest of food markets because they keep me well fed.
I don't know. Not in the beginning of quarantine, bro. They were like acting like they didn't have stuff.
I mean,
You remember that?
no, yeah, that's true. The only reason why they did that is because everyone was going quarantine.
Yeah.
crazy.
Everyone was
Yeah.
panic buying. I
And then
understand
now
why,
everyone's
but
like-
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was kind of unnecessary.
I was tired of going to Walmart to get like, you know, like the little frozen pizzas, and then
Yeah.
they're not being frozen pizzas. You know what I'm saying?
That's so random, but
But
yes.
like, no, they're it's an example. But no, like the shelves were like almost completely empty.
Yeah.
And like every store, and now even most stores, like they're just now starting to put like toilet paper and paper towels back on the shelves.
No,
you
like
know?
now that nothing is going crazy
Uh-huh.
and not going quarantine crazy, there's actually, shockingly,
Yeah.
toilet paper
Yeah.
and
And
like
paper
soaps,
towels, yeah.
paper towels, hand sanitizer slowly
Yeah.
showing
Did
up.
you see people who were trying to sell it back?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, what do you? That's your fault.
What do you mean selling it back?
They were trying to give it back to the store and ask for refunds, like the paper towels and stuff. Everything that they panic bought, they were trying to give it back.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
No, you're gonna keep it in your
Yeah,
closet.
you're gonna keep it.
And if we go in a zombie apocalypse, I'm coming over to your house and I'm gonna take
Yeah.
it from
You know who I'm not proud of? The people that did that. That was very dumb.
Agreed.
Agreed, right?
Very
Yeah.
much agreed.
Someone I'm proud of. It's tough, you know, because a lot of people come to mind, and if they watch this, they'll be like, "Wait, why didn't you say me?"
Yeah,
Then
they'd
you
be
know.
like, you know what?
Then we'll do this. The proudest that we are of is you who's watching. So if you
I'm
just
proud of Jesus. He died for our sins.
whoa.
Wow. Well then.
Well, I should have gone that direction. No, yes, we're proud of Jesus.
Yes.
Who am I proud of?
Mm.
I guess I can say Melanie, my girlfriend. I'm proud of her.
Shout out to
Shout out
Melanie.
to Melanie.
No, she
All the way from the Brits.
you know, as you know, it's crazy to think she's already like just finished her first year of college, and she's
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
she
that.
She just finished her first year of
How
college.
old is she? She's like what, 16?
She's about to be 16. Yeah,
Dude,
it's crazy, right?
accomplishments.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
Like the things and all the things that she did to get set up to get to that point. Like she, from a very young age, was like nailing it down as far as like education wise.
She is the epitome of what every education should look like.
Exactly. Like mind
Something
blowing,
that
right?
I didn't
So I guess,
have, ladies
I
and
guess
gentlemen.
I can say, you know, I'm proud of her.
I'm proud of her,
Yeah, thank you.
and I'm proud of Hot Cheetos. Go ahead.
Cheetos? They made
Well,
my
I would
stomach
say the
hurt.
same person too, Melanie, because okay,
Handshake. I see that.
Done,
Okay.
done.
because what's it called? Like, she was like, how long has she been going to church for?
Since last September.
So
Last September,
almost a
and
year.
she's like already spoken in tongues
She's
and
filled
been
with the Holy
baptized.
Ghost, baptized, yeah.
And like,
Yeah,
okay,
did you see her at HYC? Up there praising God on the
dude,
stage?
Melanie is
Bro,
like,
that was crazy.
She's like,
I heard. So what I heard, I
Uh-huh.
don't know all the details, is that she took Brother Lewis's
yes,
tie.
and she was like,
And was up
she
on
was,
the
like, up
platform,
there on the
world
platform,
praising
like,
God
and
on
spinning
stage.
it.
yeah, she was like spinning like so many times.
There is picture proof of this.
Bro,
as
she
well.
was like legit like a Beyblade up
yeah,
there, bro.
that's what she said. She's like,
Yeah.
I was gonna be
taken
like
this,
a
and this
Beyblade.
picture was taken by our wonderful cameraman Michael Ayers.
Michael Ayers' photo on Instagram.
Yes.
No, but like, dude, like what she's done is pretty cool. I mean, she was on the cross country team. You know, she competed in cross country.
Yes, and
um,
doesn't she figure skate too?
She was doing figure skating before
Dude, she
quarantine.
does everything.
She used to do ballet, fencing. Like, dude, there's like nothing she hasn't done.
She fancy.
Crazy,
Melanie-
right?
Fencing? That is
Fencing.
that
Well,
is-
she used to live in England, so you know
That's
that's
a-
like normal.
nope, not here in America.
That's like fencing to them is like baseball for us. It's just normal, you know.
word.
Yeah,
I,
I mean,
respect that.
I'm assuming. I don't really know much about England.
Sick.
Besides,
Wow.
they lost the Revolutionary War, so.
Let's see. What is a way that God has shown up in your guys' life recently?
Do you want to go
Anyone?
first?
You can go.
You want to think about it? Okay, I'll go first.
All
So you
right,
can
we're
collect your thoughts.
throwing it to Saya first.
Okay. Recently, well, like I said earlier, peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
My family, obviously, we went through it very hard in the beginning when my grandma had passed.
Right.
But reassurance that everything's gonna be okay and that God is truly in control is what God has been doing and providing for my family recently. He's brought us together very close. As of recent, me and my cousins, and then family that we haven't seen in a while. We've all kind of gotten closer. The 3 weeks that my grandma was in the hospital for, we were at her house almost every day as a family, and there was we were staying 6 feet apart. There was 20 of us at the house every day, almost every day. But yeah, so he's kind of just used a situation like this to bring us together,
Yeah.
And he's kind of just shown me what it really means to be Christ-like through my grandma. We obviously, as a family, we know that my grandma, reaches out to other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't see what she does on a day-to-day basis. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
that's
And so we know that she reaches a lot of people, but we didn't really see it. Because a lot of the people that she helps, reaches out to, she does it in private. She's not the type to boast about, I went and helped so-and-so. She's not like people today where we got to brag about
she
who
was
we
a
help.
very humble lady.
Very humble. Yes,
humble.
exactly. And so it's we know of it, but we don't know it, And it wasn't until she passed that we really got to see it, how many people she affected, because so many people were texting me, my mom, my dad, my cousins, people that we didn't even know, people we haven't talked to in years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they were like, your grandma had literally just helped me 3 weeks ago or a month ago with some situation that I was in. And
Yeah.
It's just crazy to see just how much God used her.
Mm-hmm.
And so kind of, I guess you could say the revelation I got out of this was when you give your life to God, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you do the things of God, it will impact so many more people than just your inner circle. What I didn't realize and what God has kind of shown me recently is that you touch these people and then
they
they'll
can
touch
more.
other people. And so it's kind of just
dude, that's awesome.
we were talking about influencers.
Yeah.
Influence. Your sphere of influence gets bigger, but it starts very small.
Right.
And so my grandma obviously wasn't reaching all these people in the very beginning of her ministry, but towards the end of it, so many people were impacted.
It was a web.
Yeah, we were making a joke. We were like, if we were to do a memorial service for my grandma, we would need a football stadium's worth of chairs just to fit all the people that would
She's
want.
impacted.
Yeah, she's impacted. The people that want to come.
Yeah.
So I think as far as recently, God's just really shown me what it means to be Christ-like. Kind of just through my grandma and just the recollection of memories, And so that's kind of just what it is.
How he's basically shown you that.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Miss
Was
Leah?
that time enough? Should I have gone? No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what was the question again?
Oh my God! You were supposed to be speaking about it. You were so interested in what I had to say. Okay, we'll go with that.
Well, what is a way God has shown up in your life recently? It could be any moment in time where he's just bam.
Well, so this wasn't recently, but it was last year. My dad had lost his job, right? And he didn't really know how what to do after that, because he was how am I gonna pay the bills and everything. So what he did was, since my grandma has her own store, she sells clothes and all that. So what he
Shout out.
What he did was that he got stuff to sell online, so he could make some type of money to be able to pay the bills and all that. And then later on, he went to a job interview, and he ended up getting the job, and it pays him more money now. And turns out that the boss too is also she goes to church. So
that's sick. That's pretty cool.
And he was also telling us that sometimes she asks I can't even talk. She tells him if he wants to pray, or she just gives him advice, or you know, like about God and all that. So
that's dope.
So it's like a better place for him now.
That is such a God thing.
That is #blessed.
Yeah, and then too, like the other job didn't like really like allow him like to do like many things, like get like days off of work and all that.
But
So,
this one allows him to.
Like they literally told him to leave early for his birthday, which was 2 days ago.
Okay, I was gonna say, please remember your dad's birthday.
2 days ago.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Estelle Guzman.
They just like told him like, oh yeah, you can leave like early. So, like, yeah.
That's really dope. She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Dude, that's honestly the most God thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Because like you don't hear that every day. Where like it takes a person from this type of situation where it's like very, very minimal of things of, like just what they want to do to like being multiplied into the one of the most greatest things ever, and just like where it's not as time consuming, it works with your schedule, it double payments, the boss is a Christian.
That's
like,
dope.
That's really cool.
That's pretty sick.
And the fact that she understands what it's like to be a Christian it's absolutely amazing. What is a biblical time period in the Bible? Just to let you guys know, they saw these questions. So it's not very spontaneous.
Yeah.
They saw these questions beforehand, so none of these questions are a surprise.
Dude, that's so funny. Thank you for saying that.
No, you're
like,
welcome.
I just thought about it. Like, she says, what is a biblical...
These just started, as you heard, they started laughing. But none of these questions are very much a surprise because they saw this beforehand. But you both had time to think about this.
Yeah.
What is a biblical time period that you would like to live in, and why? Should I go first?
If you want to, I'm ready.
Oh, he's like, I'm ready. So just to ease both your minds.
Yeah.
So the where I would like to live in is actually the Joseph King of Dreams, because I just wanted to see how he just interprets it and how God like absolutely moves through like a pharaoh and just like through other people, and how he was able to go from being so upset with his family of what they did to him to actually forgiving them, because it's hard to forgive what they did. And I honestly, for me, I would have been like super duper upset because like
they tried to kill him.
They number one tried to kill him.
They sold him into slavery.
They sold him into slavery, and then but like you can definitely tell through all the time periods that Joseph went through was definitely a God thing. And I just would have loved to like be alongside of him and see all the experiences, like whether it's like bad or great, but I would have wanted to know like, whoa, like seriously, like this is what you went through. I mean, despite I don't want to die, but like I'm just saying that would have been really cool just to foresee. And
I was when I read this, I was thinking like, okay, Old Testament off limits, because Old Testament there was no grace.
There wasn't.
There was no mercy. It was like if you sinned, God is like dead.
Joseph
gone.
is the Old Testament.
Yeah, that's why when you said that, I was like, really? Old Testament, Joseph.
A lot of people are shocked when I say that. They're just like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, because Old Testament was harsh, dude.
Yeah,
God
really
didn't play no games. I mean, he don't play no games now, but like, God was like, pow, pow. You know what I'm saying?
Pow, pow.
You know? Now it's just, you know, we get a little bit of time out, and then he's like, all right, you can come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Old Testament is hard. Like some options, you know, you obviously think about the Garden of Eden, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Like that would be sick,
that
you know.
That would be really cool.
But it's
him
like
naming Adam, naming every single animal. Like, oh, look at that, I'm gonna name you a tiger. Like, you know, like
bro,
I'm
that's
gonna name
a dog.
I'm gonna name you Vulture.
Yeah. Things are ugly, dude. No, but, okay, so like you would think like something like that would be cool. Because it's like, whoa, the Garden of Eden, you know? But then we all know how that story ends, you know?
Don't eat the apple, but look what happened.
And then, you know, so it's like, it's kind of hard to, like, really pick a time. Because even if you did New Testament, it's okay. Like, obviously we're Christians, so if we were put in the New Testament, we'd be persecuted. We'd be killed. The Romans would hate us.
I'm
So it's like, well,
that's
I
hard
want
to think about.
Yeah, I want to be at the time Jesus was in, you know, so I
Yeah.
could see Jesus doing Jesus' thing. But then it's like at the same time, I'm fearing for
Jesus'
my life.
thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a difficult decision to make, you know? I think at the end of the day though, being around at the time Jesus was around would be worth it, and then dying, as opposed to being around in any other time. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Because you get to see firsthand. You know, you get to experience God in flesh. You get to really see him. Because it's like nowadays it's like you got to see it to believe it, right? You know, people won't believe you unless you show them the
you
facts.
gotta see the miracles.
Yeah, you have to see God in order to believe him. That's what people say. My argument to that is, if you can't see the wind, how do you know it exists? Because you can feel it,
That's
right?
the greatest argument.
Yeah.
I've
You
ever
can
heard.
feel God,
That's completely shut down right there. Like,
right? Yeah.
bye.
No, but not that we're here. not that we're here to argue. We're not here to prove a point, as my grandma said. We're not here to argue with people. Jesus never came with the spirit of I'm going to prove you wrong. He came to teach. And so I think to see that, to be there for those teachings is like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Mind blowing.
Like, who was it? Who was the short guy? Was it Zacchaeus that got in the tree when Jesus was teaching?
I want to say yes.
I think it was Zacchaeus.
But I do not remember.
Honestly, I need to go back and refresh. But anyways, point is, I can relate because, like, I'm only like 5'6", dude. I just don't remember
because all of these hard names that are hard to pronounce.
Why are the names so hard to pronounce? Why couldn't they just be like Matthew?
Yeah.
Well, there was a Matthew.
There was a Matthew.
Like Max or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, why can't
Max
they like the easiest names?
Or John.
Well, they did have John.
Yeah.
Or Catherine. Like.
Catherine. No, but yeah, like, their names are just hard to pronounce. But like, my point is like, I can relate to like Zacchaeus, right? Because like I'm short, you know, like I'm only 5'6", and I'm sure he was.
You're
like,
5'6"?
Yeah. Did you think I was shorter?
No, I thought you were taller.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I'm
Dude,
down here, dog.
thank
Like
you.
I don't.
Nah, you know.
I have not grown since the 7th grade.
It's all good. You're married happily, so you know you don't gotta worry about your height. But no. So like in that situation, I can relate. So like being able to see what Jesus did,
Yeah,
and experience it firsthand, that's crazy.
that'll be really
You
nice
know,
to see.
like,
That would be nice to see.
Mind blowing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I think, despite being persecuted by the Romans, you know, despite the harsh conditions of living, because we have life easy now, obviously.
Yeah,
But like, despite that, all of that, I think it would be worth it.
it would be. It would be absolutely worth it just to see him work in the flesh.
Yeah.
Like, just to do his thing.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Water to wine.
Eesh.
We wouldn't drink it because we're underage. Well, but like, point is,
I did not expect that to turn that way, but that is so funny.
point is, we got to see it happen, you know.
Point is, we got to see it though.
But no,
What about
yeah,
you?
yeah, Leah.
Well, I don't really know. I don't think I have like a specific
Story or like a
Yeah.
specific time period.
There's a lot of
that I
good
would-
stuff, you know.
yeah
There is.
that I would live in.
She wants to see it all.
Yeah.
Basically.
She wants to live 100 lives and just to know what happens.
That'd be crazy. Imagine
live
being
it.
able to see everything that happened in the Bible, from from God's point, like being omniscient and omnipresent, like just seeing everything happen.
I don't know what is it with you, but I'm just being shocked by everything that you're
Blowing your mind?
saying. Dude, what the heck?
No, but you know what's cool? When you read the Bible, that's kind of how it is.
That's true. That's very true. Children, read your Bible. It's the basic instructions before leaving Earth. Anyways, last question before we, hit the hay.
Who's hay? I don't condone violence.
What are two animals you would combine into one, and what would you call it? And it can't be like an already known thing, like a liger.
Oh, those things are weird looking.
So I've heard.
Like it's a cool concept, but like it's weird. Like, you know, like when you have an outfit idea in your head and you're like, dude, that works. But then you try it on and it's like, what was I thinking?
That was me in the early 2000s. It was not a pretty look.
Silly bands, like all the way up to here.
No, we didn't have silly bands
Really?
in the early 2000s. Yeah, it didn't exist until I was in middle school. So that was like mid 2000s.
Oh.
But like the early 2000s though, what was really cool was the slap bands.
Slap bands are sick, except for like when the plastic would come off and it's like the metal and it would like cut you. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me.
I have that scar right there.
From a slap band. No
it's
way.
From a slap band, yeah.
Dude, those things are deadly then.
They're really bad. I had to get, one time I actually like slapped it against my hand and I had to get 2 stitches because of how deep it went, because I slapped it wrong.
Bruh.
And it went like and like it just went like through my skin. It felt like really snake venom. No, I wasn't angry. I just wasn't paying attention. Actually.
She was angry.
Like, wait a minute.
I was hangry. I was hungry and I didn't have food. I was like, you know, like I just wanted food. But like, what are 2 animals that you would combine? Combined? Wow, combined. English, please. What would be 2 animals you would combine into one new animal?
This is hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
I would like to. I hate spiders, so no spiders. I would like to combine a monkey, and. Wow, this is hard.
This is hard.
Why did I choose this question?
Because it would be like you'll see like an animal, but then like it would be like it wouldn't. I don't know like how to explain it.
Okay, scratch that question.
No, I have it.
Okay.
Well, would that make it weird though?
I don't know.
You like hedgehogs, like the little cute ones.
Yeah, the little ones with the pointy back.
Yeah. What if you made like a dog and a hedgehog? You could call it like a hedge dog, right?
Like with those ugly rat dog things?
Like chihuahuas?
No, like Pomeranians.
Oh, chihuahuas are ugly. But yeah, Pomeranians. That's basically what that is, huh? Because they're like furs, like...
Yeah, I call them the rat dog things.
Oh, that's what I call chihuahuas. If you have a chihuahua, no disrespect. See? We're hating. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know.
They shake and they're mean.
They are. They're violent for no reason.
They are mean little creatures.
It's funny, though. They'll be like... down here and they're like barking at like a German shepherd and it's just looking at him like, what's up, bro?
I don't understand. Like they could step on you
and you're done
and you are non-existent anymore. Like just eat your food and go to bed. That's all you gotta do. Goodbye. We'll end with this one. What would you do if you were not afraid?
Skydiving.
Really?
Yes.
You would do skydiving?
Yes.
That's the only thing?
Well, there's a lot of things. Well, if I wasn't afraid to get shocked, I'd probably like try out getting tased.
Sick.
Cause like you know like they have the like, well, you want a piece of gum and you pull it and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, now imagine that like on a larger scale of like pain and shock. I don't want to, but like I would want to know like what that felt like. Like just like a good in the arms, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm curious. You know? I think fear is what keeps us from pursuing curiosity. I think if I wasn't afraid, I would love to hold a tarantula. I am deathly afraid of spiders. That's gross. Like I can't. The small ones. I'm out to Cancun. I can't do it. What about a roach? Nope. Sorry. You know what's gross? The roaches that fly. That's disgusting. What about you? Because we have like.
Probably skydive too, and swimming with sharks. I have swam with a shark.
No way.
Yeah, but it's not one of the dangerous ones. Though.
Okay, was it like a tiger shark?
Yeah, a tiger shark. Okay. I like held one of their fins and I
really?
Them. Yeah, they're really nice.
Oh, you like taking it for a walk?
Be like,
that's what islanders do. They take the fish for walks.
Yo.
You learn something new every day.
Every day.
That's crazy.
So that's the end of our podcast. I wanted to thank you guys for joining.
Good stuff.
Oh, so we're doing the handshake. Sick.
You know,
we thank you for joining us on the YouTubes, and we ask you to follow our Spotify, which is called Uprising Podcast, and to follow our YouTube channel. Will be all in the link down below.
Bars.
And also go ahead and follow our Uprising Instagram. Don't be afraid to do that.
SM.
We love you guys very much, and have a sweet night.